I think it's going great. It's about as good as it can be right now. Obviously, we haven't talked, and you guys know on Monday it's kind of a different deal, and we meet at 3:30. But I thought last Thursday, our last practice last Thursday, our guys had energy, and then most of the coaches, including me, left to go recruiting for the weekend. A lot of guys got out of here this weekend. And got home and got back today. So I think we'll see where we are at 3:30. But I like where we were last Thursday. Yeah, nobody talked about being a little bit of a slump, right? You look at everybody in this league, and you've got two teams in Utah and Oregon, and then everybody else is 4-5, 5-4. So depending on where you are in the country. Recruiting, because whether we're in the South, the Midwest, or the West Coast, I think the prospective student athletes are looking for the best opportunity to play, and we've been on TV enough that people see our strengths, and there's a lot of guys that see some things that they know they can help early, and we've played a bunch of young guys, a bunch of first-year guys this year. Whether they were freshmen or whether they were transfers in the first year, you add both of those up, and they're not just playing, but they're significant players in this program, and there's double digits if you add both those guys up. That just this is the first year they're playing. So I think, I know that there's a lot of guys that we've been in contact, not just for this weekend or past weekend, but over the last year that see that as an opportunity, and some of my friends are the guys that are playing right now, or have seen them play or played against them in high school, and understand that the impact they're having on this program, and they want to be a part of it. Yeah, I can tell you this, that I think last year it was documented we were one of the smallest teams in the country, and so we went out and recruited to help that, and to put some people in place. Our linebackers are good players. We've moved on to putting 3 of those guys on the field at all times because they're probably some of our best players. But schematically, whether you move between 3-4 and 4-3, and I think a lot of people, when you start talking about what's your base alignment and who are you, it's kind of funny because the team we're playing this week is a odd front team, a 3-down team, but they play as much 4-down front as anybody, and so personnel to play those types of fronts, particularly against the people that we've played the last couple of weeks, that change sets, that play with bunch sets, that and spread sets. I think that we have to be able to match personnel. And match the people who are out there, and sometimes we haven't done that. Spoiler, I've never been that kind of guy. So I'd rather be on the other side and try to play that angle. That's what we're trying to be. So, just being honest, that's what it is. So, but it's like you guys ask me all the time. Well, does last year's game have anything? Does this? And nobody's bringing that up right now. And which is funny, but it's that's where we are, and we're trying to get to postseason play. That's what's important, and for this team to do that, we got to go through some pretty good castles to try to get there, right? So. That's where we are right now. Instead of all this other talk about spoilers or this or that and last year's game, no, we're trying to get to postseason play, and the way to do it is, if we do it, we're going to earn it. Yeah, I told them last Monday. I said, we're going to go through this week and next week, and whoever performs the best is going to run out there first. So that's where we are. Yeah, it's just whoever's performed the best in last week and this week, that's be the guy that's going to go out there first.